Scott Black and welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Today in this video I'm going to be unboxing some more Big Finish audios, and with regards to Big Finish I do plan to expand on Big Finish a lot and possibly do an update later on this year on my collection of Big Finish. And also with regards to Big Finish I do hope to complete the chunkies, as I like to call them, basically the 1 to 15 audios, which have a lot chunkier spines than the more recent ones. So yeah, I do hope to complete those chunkies, and all the chunkies as I like to call them. And this parcel here does contain 5 more of those chunkies, So without further ado, let us begin this unboxing. Hey. Okay, there we go. And apologies for all of the kind of black bars and things, or black blurriness kind of around the camera. That is basically a shitty tablet case thing being shitty. The first Big Finish audio actually released, well, first Doctor Who Big Finish audio, technically, because before this they actually released audio adaptations of Bernice Summerfield novels, which did include one Doctor Who novel which was adapted to suit Bernice, and that audio is The Sirens of Time. So for the front cover we have Big Finish, Doctor Who The Sirens of Time, an original audio drama starring Peter Davison, Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy. Then here we've got the 5th Doctor, played by Peter Davison, Colin Baker as the 6th Doctor, and Sylvester McCoy as the 7th Doctor, with a burst of light in the background, a bit reminiscent of the Tom Baker title sequence. A brand new full cast audio drama. Then there's the spine, it's the first in the Big Finish monthly range, so this is very nice to have in my collection. Doctor Who The Sirens of Time, a 4-part story starring Peter Davison, Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy, written and directed by Nicholas Briggs. The 5th, 6th and 7th Doctors together for the first time. Gallifrey is in a state of crisis, facing destruction at the hands of an overwhelming enemy, and a Doctor is involved, in 3 different incarnations, each caught up in a deadly adventure scattered across time and space. The web of time is threatened, and someone wants the Doctor dead. The 3 incarnations of the Doctor must join together to set this time back on the right track, but in doing so will they unleash a still greater threat, and its running time is 125 minutes approx. So a little over 2 hours. And then there's the spine. What? No, this is the CD now, which is completely blank. Does it open up this way? I'm confused as to where it opens. And that's the hinge there, so it must open from this way. And then there's this too. And then there's a lovely little image from the story. And then let's take a look at the booklet. Okay then, so the cover again. Doctor Who The Sirens of Time. Behind the scenes of it, what it would look like if it was actually a oh, pardon me, got the burps. A Doctor Who story, and so this is basically a mock-up of what it would be if it had Radio Times articles. Then there's more Doctor Who Big Finishes and the Bernice Summerfield audios, and then a couple of books there. And then it's a 4-parter, as it says on the back here. Yep, and the tablet case really is being a big piece of shit today. Probably isn't as big of a piece of shit as Battlefield is, but that's a whole rant for another video. Next audio is actually the last one out of the 1 to 15 that is still in print, and that is The Land of the Dead. So here, let's take a look at the front cover. Doctor Who, The Land of the Dead, a brand new full cast audio drama starring Peter Davison and Sarah Sutton. And then there's the skull there. and there's a icy kind of skull there. Then you've got the Fifth Doctor and Nyssa. Then there's the spine, and then the back. I'm not sure if that's misprinted or not. Can you see that? It doesn't have the Big Finish logo down there. Well, it does, I think. Not sure. And then there's the back. Doctor Who: The Land of the Dead, written by Stephen Cole, a 4-part story directed by Gary Russell, starring Peter Everton and Sarah Sutton. Landing in Alaska, the Doctor and Nyssa encounter a group of people in a most unusual house, cut off not only by the harsh climate but by their individual secrets and obsessions. Millionaire Sean Brett is utilising chunks of the local area to construct a shrine to his dead father, but when deadly creatures start roaming outside and a terrifying discovery is made inside the house, the Doctor realises that Brett has unleashed an unimaginably ancient force. And its running time is 110 minutes approximately. And then there's a look at the innards. You got a completely black disc there, and then another black disc there, or CD2, and then there's a nice kind of blueprint or layout of a building in this story, which is quite interesting to see on the back. Then let's take a look at the booklet. So then there's the cover again. There's the Radio Times mock-up. A couple books and the Benny Summerfield audios. And with regards to this audio, I don't know too much about it, but judging by its blurb and its cover art, it's going to be very similar to Winter for the Adept, and if it's anything like Winter for the Adept, it's going to be a pretty average story, because I think Winter from the Adept only gets a 6 out of 10 from me. So yeah, don't know too much about it apart from that. And with regards to the Silent of Time, which I was going to talk about, which I forgot to talk about, apparently this one is quite Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. Well, I haven't really heard anybody loving this audio. I haven't really heard many people praising this audio, 5 stars, 10 out of 10, that kind of thing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this one or not. The blurb sounds quite good, but it's always nice to have the first Big Finish audio or first Doctor Who monthly range audio in my collection. Next one is The Fearmonger. So let's take a look for a cover. Doctor Who: The Fearmonger, an original audio drama starring Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred. And then for the actual cover image itself, we have got a fist fist symbol for, I believe, the political party in this story, the Doctor and Ace. And then behind that we have, I believe, which I'm pretty sure is the United Kingdom flag, or the Union Jack, and lightning bolts in the background, which seem to be charging the symbol here. So yeah, a brand new full cast audio drama. And then there's the spine, and in the back, Doctor Who: The Fearmonger, written by Jonathan Blum, 4-part story directed by Gary Russell, starring Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred. One would-be assassin is in a mental ward, another's on the run. The intended victim is stirring up the mobs. Terrorists are planning a strike of their own. A talk radio host is loving every minute of it. A Whitehall insider whispers about a mysterious UN operative with a hidden agenda. Everyone's got someone they want to be afraid of. It only takes a little push for the situation to erupt, and something is doing the pushing. But can you trust the Doctor to put things right? Can't you? And its running time is 110 minutes approx. I thought I said 140 for a second. Then there's the black discs again. See it? And then there's an advertisement for Doctor Who magazine that says it's their 20th birthday, which is pretty interesting. So that means, yeah, so Doctor Who magazine was actually created in 1980, which I didn't know. Then there's the booklets. go. Then moving on to the one I'm most looking forward to in this, and that is the Apocalypse element. So let's look at the front cover. Doc 2, the Apocalypse element, an original audio drama starring Colin Baker and Lalla Ward. So for the actual cover image itself, which is pretty awesome, we've got Colin Baker as the 6th Doctor, a Dalek down here, and we've got Time Lord President Romana. Then we've got lots and lots of fire in the background. It looks beautiful. Dalek Empire Part 2, which Part 1 was the Genocide Machine, Part 2 is the Mutant Phase, and Part 4 was the Time of the Daleks. So there's the spine, and then there's the back. Doc 2, the Apocalypse element, written by Stephen Cole, a 4-part story directed by Nicholas Briggs. Starring Colin Baker, Lalla Ward and Maggie Stables. When the planet Archer, that word, is threatened by a Dalek assault squad, the Doctor and Evelyn become embroiled in an ever-deepening mystery. What has become of President Romana, missing for 20 years? What lurks in the vast gravity of that? What is the second of the ancient element the Daleks are synthesizing, and how does Gallifrey feature in their plans? The Doctor finds that if his oldest enemies cannot conquer the universe, then they will watch it go up in flames. And its running time is 120 minutes approx. And then there's a look at the discs. Basically got the cover on it again, and it's got a stupid awkward case again, keep getting confused by. Then there's the Apocalypse, the Element CD2, and then there's quite a creepy image of Colin Baker. Just best to lock that up in a cupboard and forget about it. Then here is then here's the booklet. And with regards to the actual Fearmonger itself, which I forgot to talk about again, the Fearmonger I'm quite interested in. Planning quite a political story, so that should be an interesting listen. So yeah, there's that. Alright, moving on to the final audio in this little update, and that is the Mutant Phase. So there's a look at the front, which has Big Finish, Doctor Who the Mutant Phase, an original audio drama starring Peter Davison and Sarah Sutton. And with regards to the Apocalypse element, I'm very interested in listening to it. I think it's the one I'm most looking forward to out of this lot. Then for the actual cover image itself, we have kind of the Dalek point of view of Sarah Sutton as Nyssa and Peter Davison as the 5th Doctor. Then we've got a Dalek in the front, and with a very dark kind of vortex kind of effect in the background. Dalek Empire Part 3. Then there's the spine from 15, so this is the final in the chunkies. Doctor Who the Mutant Phase, a 4-part story starring Peter Davison, written and directed by Nicholas Briggs. In the 22nd century, the Daleks have occupied planet Earth. By the 43rd century, only a handful of humans survive. Still further in the distant future, a foul scientist must choose whether to betray his heritage or see the universe destroyed. When the Doctor and Nyssa find themselves trapped in this deadly chain of events, they must decide who their real enemies are. What is certain, however, is that no matter where the Doctor turns, his arch enemies, the Daleks, will be waiting for them. What could possibly be worse than that? The Mutant Phase. And its running time is 110 minutes approx. Then there's a look at the discs. Oh, we've got very nice disc artwork here. You've got 2 Daleks there, and then 2 Daleks again up there, and you've got quite a hilarious image there of the recording of the play. And and if you can hear that, yes, that is my computer hyperventilating because it's so excited about Big Finish audios, I think. So then there's a look booklet. Got some quite funny images of the recording to play. Then go. So yeah, oh, and some soundtrack, and there's some soundtrack audios there, which is nice. And there's the mutant phase. With regards to the mutant phase, I don't know too much. I don't really know anything about this audio. I've only heard from one person that it's bad, so yeah, it should be an interesting. There we go. There is some more lovely little Big Finish audios for my absolute pebble of a collection. So yeah, so like, follow, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Pitch Cold Black, dematerializing.